Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Darian Ray Fairchild, age 49 of Sulphur Springs, was found smoking a substance in a glass pipe as a Hopkins County deputy was looking for a wanted felon. Fairchild was arrested following a search of a residence on Georgia Street that produced drug paraphernalia and methamphetamine. He was charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, in a drug-free zone. Following an undercover investigation into the sale of methamphetamine in which Aubrey McKell Orr, age 28 of Sulphur Springs, sold more than 1 gram but less than 4 grams of meth in a drug-free zone to an undercover agent, she was arrested Monday prior to 1 p.m. in the 300 block of Helm Lane. She's in Hopkins County Jail charged with manufacture, delivery, controlled substance, penalty group 1, more than 1 gram but less than 4 grams in a drug-free zone. Hopkins County Regional Civic Center was the site for the Area 6 FFA convention Monday. Over 1,000 FFA youth and their guests attended. Superintendent of Sulphur Springs Schools Mike Lamb welcomed those to the event, and following that, district officers presented awards that were won last spring. The Proficiency Awards, Lone Star Degrees, and Star Awards were presented. Members voted in a new area president and selected a talent team winner to continue to the state competition. KSST's intern Faith Wheeler, a student at North Hopkins FFA, was the only area officer candidate from Hopkins County. FFA students from Chapel Hill, Quitman, Pewitt, Bullard, Harmony, Sabine, White House, Prairieland, DeKalb, and other Northeast Texas schools were present for the event. In early voting for the March 6th primary election, Monday, 217 Republicans and 24 Democrats cast ballots. Now a total of 1,564 votes have been cast in early voting in Hopkins County. Early voting continues to take place at the Justice of the Peace Courtroom, 128 Jefferson Street. Early voting continues 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. through Friday of this week. Here's Don Julian with sports.
First, we have this news. Sulphur Springs High School held its Judy Tipping Memorial UIL Academic Invitational Meet last Friday and Saturday. We find out more from Wildcats UIL Academic Coordinator Gerald Grafton.
We had our own academic meet. We hosted 38 schools and about 700 students on Saturday, 150 or so students on Friday. And it was a big task. I appreciate everybody that helped out. I really want to give a shout out to my sponsors that were here. We had Gail Harmon, Matt Wilder, Madison Millsap, Stephen Alamang, and Amanda Clark. Especially a shout out to Lachey Woodard. She had a big speech, a lot of speech things going on. And I had some helpers from the community that Gina Wilder came back and helped us, assisted us. And also we had Carolyn Long from her husband Tommy Long used to be a superintendent around the area and worked in the school district. They came and helped us with the speech events. So really happy with all the support that we had. We had a lot of people on campus. Pamela Carter with our culinary arts provided our food, and it was amazing. So they did a great job. As we ended up finishing second place overall, Hallsville got first place, we got second place. So they're one of our district competitors. They are always tough. A lot of great schools here at this particular competition. In ready riding, Matthew Harper placed third place overall. He's a freshman. That was a great job for a freshman to compete against that competition. Computer science did well this weekend. Braden Fisher was first place. Dakota Souls was third place. Fourth place was Kevin Orozco. Josh Rishman placed fifth. Blake Talmadge placed sixth. And the computer science team was first overall. So they did a great job. In number sense, we had some individuals place. Andrew Westland was fourth place in 10th grade. Bracken Sant was fifth place in 10th grade. And Nathan Little was fifth place in 9th grade. In current events, Brandon Hodges placed fifth place overall. In calculator, Carissa Carter placed fourth place in her grade level, and she placed fifth place overall. And that was some really stout competition in calculators. That was a great result. Spelling and vocabulary, Natalie Cruz finished second. Chase Charlton placed fourth. Sarah Harper placed sixth. The spelling team was second place overall. In mathematics, fourth place was Nathan Little in 9th grade. Andrew Westland was fourth place in 10th grade. In science, Matthew Harper finished first place in 9th grade, so that was a good result for him again. In social studies, Brandon Hodges placed second. In literary criticism, Krista Carter placed fourth place. Natalie Cruz placed second place, and the Lit Crit team was first place overall. The speech overall, we finished second place in the speech competition, which was a great result. Prose interpretation, Rachel Bramlett got fourth place. Sarah Harper got fifth place. In poetry interpretation, Celeste Leeds Liberty finished second place, and J.C. Reed finished fifth place, and Allie Owens finished sixth place. So we had 3 people in the finals on that one. In LD debate, Corbin Philo finished fifth place overall. In persuasive speaking, Rhett Reed finished second place overall, and in informative speaking, Maddie Thurman finished fifth place overall. So we were really proud of what the kids did. It was, like I said, some great competition from schools inside and outside of our district. So we're real happy with our results.
The calendar's starting to turn to March, and that reminds me that that'll be the district competition coming up pretty quickly.
Yes, sir. In fact, next week on Thursday, our one-act play competes. That'll be our first. Actually, we did CX debate earlier in the year, but now we turn to one-act play before spring break. After spring break, we come back on March the 23rd and 24th will be our main district competitions.
In sports, the Lady Cats softball team won one and lost one against Roy City Monday at Texas A&M Commerce. The Lady Cats won 16-6 and they lost 9-1. I talked with Lady Cats softball coach David Carrillo.
Last night I was really pleased about, the way that we played last night. I mean, we played a lot of different kids, and, I just wanted them to go out there and compete. And, sometimes, you put a little pressure on yourself like I feel like we did on game 2, and it kind of got unraveled a little bit early. But there were some positives in game 2. So, I look at it as we won both of them because I saw good things in game 2. But, the game 1, we went out there and got after it, and believe we had 20 hits. So, yes. I mean, we were really hitting the ball. Game 2, we played some girls a little bit differently, and like I said, I saw a lot of positives out of that game. I always look at the good stuff, and then there was a lot of good stuff. So, that being said, sometimes, sometimes you win when you lose. So I look at that on game 2, but I was really pleased with our overall effort. I thought we hit the ball really well. Bailey, in game 1 went through a tough lineup. Their top end was really pretty good, and Bailey handled them and battled, and we were able to run rule them in the 6th, but we had an opportunity in the 5th to end it, but we didn't. But like I said, eventually we were able to do that. I was really pleased with Allie Fight. That was another positive in game 2. She came in there in the 2nd inning and she did well. She pitched really well. It was a real positive. I think she only gave up 2 runs in 4 innings, or 3 or 2.5, whatever. But she pitched really well, and that was a great positive too. So there was a lot of good things. We're still evaluating and looking at things, but for the most part, I was pleased with the way we played.
Yeah, it really is about evaluation, especially when you're having a hard time getting on the field, so that you treasure these moments. So you have to maybe sacrifice the record a little bit to get a better look at kids when it really matters in district time.
Yes, and that's what some people don't understand. Believe it or not, we have a plan. We know what we're doing, and we sit there and we evaluate the kids. And like you said, sometimes you got to put some people in other places just to see what it looks like and see what, if you may want to go a different direction. So I think it gave all these kids an opportunity to so we could get a look at them. So again, I see positives. I do, and I'm not just trying to say that I'm positive all the time, because I'm not. But for what we did yesterday, there was a lot of good things. We're going to be really good when district rolls around, and I can't wait, to be honest with you, till we finalize everything and get things done. And again, we're going to play a lot of kids this year, probably more than ever. So I always tell them, we over me. You better learn how to share the wealth, and we're going to be all right. Because I feel like if you can do right and act right, and all those other little things fall into place. So that's what I'm preaching to these kids, and that's where we're going to go this year.
Next Tuesday, a week from today, district play starts?
Yes, yes, we are playing here, Greenville. Looking forward to that. Looked at the weather, got the tarp on right now. We're going to play that game here somehow. So, that being said, I thought it was going to rain by now, but it hasn't. So, but it's okay. It's out there, so we're ready to roll. We're going to keep it on a couple of days, and then we're going to put it on this weekend if we have to. So, we'll be ready to roll by then. Updates on the Wiley tournament, it all depends on the weather. The rain's going to come through today. If anything, there might just be a few adjustments in the schedule, but for the most part, she feels like we'll be able to for sure play by Friday and Saturday. So it's all good there too.
Grass field over there?
Yes, it is. Okay. It is. So yeah, we just gotta.
Maybe, hopefully.
I hope, but if it doesn't work out, believe it or not, Coach Carrillo has a plan B. So I'm waiting on. We're ready for anything. So we'll see what happens.
Coach. The Wildcats soccer team started the second half of district play in a very positive way with a big 1-0 win at Pine Tree on Monday night. The Wildcats improved to 3-4 in district play. I talked with Wildcat soccer coach Nikki Wiggins.
Going to Pine Tree is always tough, but yes, sir, we kind of the answer that I was hoping we would give back to the second half of this district play right here, and came away with a victory on the road in Pine Tree, and kids played really hard. It was a hard fought game. I mean, it was, even some of my kids, that was one of the most intense games they've played the whole time. Soccer gets intense in spurts, but that was pretty intense. We scored off a corner at about the right before the 7th minute, and it was just kind of, they're high tempo, and we battled, played really good defense, and played a lot more organized than we have in the last few weeks. I thought, in my opinion, just being organized and just getting after it, just the want to that I saw on the field was I enjoyed.
Was it just playing good defense, or did you kind of, when you got the lead, kind of favor defense?
Well, yeah, right before the half, we got, in my opinion, too defensively. They were attacking, and we were kind of, dodging some bullets, and we kind of adjusted a few things at halftime and just said, we need to, we don't need to be on our heels. We need to, we do need to play good defense, but, put some pressure on them. And I think they hit the post once. We actually hit the post once. I mean, it was a back and forth game. It wasn't just, you don't want to try to just tread water for over an hour. That's pretty rough. So yeah, we fought hard and had some chances, and they had some chances, and Jonathan Lopez played really good in the goal, and our back line was really strong. I know Brandon Diosdado was back, Christian Huff, and DJ Abram played really well in the back.
Very good. Now I think Marshall's coming up. I remember them the last time. I think we went over there and had to beat them in overtime. It was 0-0 at the end of the regular.
Yes, sir. We played okay that game. We did miss a lot of opportunities to score, and I told the kids we were fortunate to come away with the full 3 points, because in overtime it's still worth the full 3 points. So we scored 2 in overtime, and hopefully if we play like we did last night, organized and just with the desire to win and get some results like we talked about yesterday, is we should come away okay.
Hey, I know you weren't real thrilled on playing on Monday. Did the guys just kind of, I don't know, they may have been mad about it too. Did they kind of take that into the game?
Well, I don't know. I really wasn't wanting to play, like we talked about, but it's one of those deals where, we know what we had to do. So I just hate sometimes we wait till we're backed in the corner to come out fighting, but it's kind of what we did. It was, and I told them each game might be our last one. So just take it from there and just keep competing, and they answered.
Well, things looked promising for the Lady Cats soccer team as they jumped out in front of Pine Tree 1-0 on a goal by Keely Hudgens at the 32-25 mark of the first half at Gerald Prim Stadium Monday night in a district soccer match. However, Pine Tree was able to even the match before halftime with a goal at 17:30. Then the Lady Pirates scored the go-ahead goal and ultimate game winner at the 14:36 mark of the second half. The Lady Cats district record slips to 4-3. They are 12-5-3 for the season. The Lady Cats will be playing at Marshall on Friday night.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.